Debbie Romero is your host today on Transcend with Debbie and can be found on all platforms. She's a renowned international evidential psychic medium, Reiki master, Munike certified, and empowerment teacher who is holding space to bring awareness with other like-minded souls as we raise the vibration collectively for humanity with awareness, inspiration, love, compassion, and healing. Now your host, Debbie Romero.
Hey, happy Wednesday. Welcome. As you can see, I have beautiful Patti Negri in the house. I'm so excited. Welcome, Patti. And it is a huge honor to have you here on so many platforms right now. We are on Things Network. We're on Derek Akora's page. We're on Find Me a Medium and also Sacred Spiral. So shout out to my girl, Kelly Brickle, for producing and holding space for us back here today. And thank you for taking time for spirit and community to share your love and passion for the work you do for the community. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me. Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is great.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. I'm looking forward into opening up the platform for questions and also for those that maybe we might pop in and do some readings for. You never know where we're going to go with that. So y'all be ready if you have some questions. Who doesn't want a reading from Patti, right? Like, I know I'm going to want a reading from Miss Patti. I'm like, Patti, can you read me, girl?
You have fabulous things ahead of you.
I love it. I love it. I'm taking it all in. Now, for those that don't know who you are, would you mind just sharing a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Not at all. I too, like you, I'm a psychic medium and I'm a witch. I am known as the Good Witch of Hollywood because I only work in the light and high vibration. I've been talking to the other side since I could talk. I literally did my first seance when I was 7 or 8 years old. I am probably best known. I've been on Ghost Adventures for the last almost 9 years now, 2015, like 2 episodes a year for the last 9 years, working with Zach and Aaron and the guys. Always an adventure, always fun, always... You don't know what you're getting. Right. But the last few years as well, I've been working a little bit with Jack Osborne and Katrina and Portals to Hell and all my YouTubers. I love my YouTubers, ELTON and Corey and the Overnight Crew, Gavin Magnus and all sorts of people. I love, like you, I love what I do. I have a school called University Magicus, an online spirituality school, which you should teach at, where we teach. I have paranormal people like Stefan Bugatti teaching psychic development, astrology, Reiki, New Age, Old Age, witches, vampires, werewolves, and the like, all teaching different belief systems, all in the light, but everywhere. And then my network, Paraflix. I'm one of the owners of Paraflix Network, and I put my podcast, my Witching Hour podcast up there as well as everywhere. So I run around a lot and I have 31 on the road trips this year. So it's an honor to be sitting here in my house with you.
Oh my gosh. Wow. First off, congratulations on everything you have done. Every impression that you left behind for all of us to follow the steps. You're a huge matriarch in our field and our work that we do. And I mean, just listening to everything that you've done in your lifetime and who knows what other lifetimes, you know, and I love how you say, we're here to bring awareness to different belief systems and holding space in the light. And I think that's important because it can also be very misunderstood. And so when you're saying that, it's the light, you know, it's out of that magic of goodness and the Hollywood good witch, you know, like how awesome are you, girl? Yeah, take it.
It's again, and it's just who we are. And you know, our world's crazy now. We know that, and we need to bring in all the love, all the light we can. There's so much chaos, so much. So how we could shape that chaos, and there's a million ways to do it. Just find the one that works for you.
Right. And, you know, we're women in this industry, and you say the guys are fun. You know, they are fun. Oh my God, they're really cool. Like Jay, like I love Jay. Jay was like, girl, you all right? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. you know, when we're in that power and we're doing our work, and you know, they're fun and they're happy. And you know, how do you hone in on your power, stepping in to their field, and you're going to go into their paranormal world, and you know, a psychic medium, trusting your intuition, and then using your dowsing rods. How do you stand in that power of like, I got this, and confidence?
I got this. I think it's really good because it is, as you said, it is a boys' club. Or even though there's people like you in it, and me in it, and Amy Rooney, Katrina, all the Cindy Keza, it's still a boys' club. It is still a great big boys' club. Maybe a team has one girl on the team, but not much. So I'm just honored to go, okay, let us bring this feminine energy in, whatever it is, even if she's the tech. So I think it's what the industry needs. I think it's what everything needs. And it's true. I see people say when I'm there, the guys are different. It's different because we have to bring that balance in. So it's an honor to stand in my power. And like I said, you never know what you're getting with, it's like, if I know where I'm going, they won't have me do anything intuitive or psychic. I'll say, this is what I experienced here, or this is what I experienced here. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'm walking in blind. So that's just our years of trust of going, what if I get crickets? You never know. But so everything is like, oh my God, this happened here and this happened here. And again, with what we do, with bringing in this spiritual, magical aspect, it's not just, K2 meters, which is great, or EMF. It's like the heart, the soul, the unity of it.
Yes. And you really do embody that. For those who haven't had the opportunity to meet you in person, when you're on stage and you're given that opportunity to be a speaker, and you could see the love, and not only see it, but feel it, the empowerment of you holding space for the work that you do. And you talk about the homes that you've gone into, and you talk about the stories of the impressions that are left behind. I'm sitting there in awe listening to you. And I know how challenging it could be when we're getting the information, when we're holding space for something very traumatic, very deep. And I feel like, we're touching stuff that can be very heavy and very dense, but yet you still hold that light. And I feel it, there's this misunderstanding dance between the dark work, that they say dark or light, but it's all, we're holding space for a wound, right? Yes. We're holding space for a wound.
Whether it's worldwide shadow work or individual shadow work. Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel once your story's complete and you have the psychic investigation part done, you have the guys got their part of their history, and then now it's a wrap, it's a wrap, we done. And you're like, okay, how do you feel after you've completed your job in holding space for spirit?
Well, it feels really good. And what feels really good, we got a good show and we got these ghosts and we got this evidence. It's like, if you see one person, whether it's the cast or the crew or the special guest that week, or somebody's at the location, if you see a little light bulb turn on of a new thought, a new possibility, a new understanding, that is the payoff. I remember my first show I did way back in 2008, and it was a real Southern Bible Belt show, and we're thinking that everything was evil and thinking it was everything, and I'm seeing like, oh no, this is from love, this is light, this is positive, and seeing this little new possibility is the everything.
I agree with you there. What is your favorite show that out of all of them you've done? What is the one story that stayed with you and left you in awe? Like, oh wow.
Well, I have so many. And sometimes it's the getting there that's the crazy part. Like,
right.
The rental cars and the flights and the driving through the desert to the middle of nowhere, and the scorpions and the javelina and the killer pigs. I think some of the wildest ones are when insanely crazy stuff happens. But I think the darkest place I've ever been is the Cecil Hotel, and I've probably been there more than anybody. We did a 2-part Ghost Adventures there. I did a 4-part TFIL overnight there. I did a CW show there, and that place needs cleansing so bad. I would love to gather every healer, medium, shaman, priest, rabbi, I don't care, holy person, voodoo, big hold hands and do a big kumbaya, because you walk to that place and you get depressed, you're hopeless, and sadly they're moving in homeless and low income people, and it's
Right.
not going well. So I think experiencing that and just trying to at least bring this little understanding and little light it's very like we're stepping into a different world that needs help, that needs some light.
Right.
The wildest one, though, is really right here in my neighborhood. I was doing a film. It was a documentary about this house. I live in the oldest neighborhood of the Hollywood Hills, under the H of the Hollywood sign. Built in
Nice.
the 1920s, old movie star. There'd be a movie star mansion and then a little writer's cottage, a movie star mansion. I have one of the little writer's cottages. But there's a house right around the corner from me, built in the 20s by Charlie Chaplin for one of his many girlfriends. It was a total party house for 20s, 30s, 40s, and they knew how to party.
Right. I know.
Yeah. And so that can, no judgments, but that can bring in some dark elements. It just can.
Right.
So it was that. And then they moved out. And then in the 60s, the Rolling Stones manager bought it. And so the Stones stayed there. I'm seeing them tonight. Stones stayed there, Mamas and Papas, Graham Parsons. So again, probably a big party house, creative, high vibration, big energy people. And then they moved out. And then the person who invented the real life sex doll moved in, and house got too wacky for them. And then they moved out. And then my neighbor, Marilyn Manson, moved in and recorded there and did everything. So this house has got insanely haunted, insanely. It looks like it was built by Masons because all the sacred geometry in it, there literally is a compass painted in the floor on the entryway, like for ritual, for magic, a 4-level spiral staircase, leaded glass. It's just beautiful and spooky. Gorgeous. All at the same time. Yeah. But my one rule, whether we're doing an investigation or a seance or a gallery or one-on-one, my one rule is you have to be respectful. Period. I don't care who or what we're working with. Right. Nobody wants to be disrespected. And this one kid got out of hand, and we were at a 4-camera shoot. Everybody knew what they were in for, but all of a sudden, this one cranky big spirit. It wasn't demonic. I think demons get way too much credit. I think 90% of the time it's just cranky ghosts. They wish I thought they were a demon, but no. But It was big in life, big in death. So French doors flying open, everyone screaming. French doors, wow, I've never even seen this. And then this kid's getting weirder, and I'm trying to keep control. And then the speaker on an old record player came on. It sounded just like a spirit box, white noise. We looked later, it wasn't even plugged in. And it's growing, but I'm feeling this tension, and I'm feeling the room coming in. I go, this is not good. This kid said something really stupid, and not him, but the cameraman facing him, one of the 4 cameras, he literally, Debbie, burst into flames. He literally, like a V, like angel wings of fire up his back. He was not standing in front of a fireplace or a candle. Camera actually caught it on camera. One camera started filming like the ceiling or the floor. You test the strength and metal of a camera person by a small room with a lot of people bursting into flames. Witch medium Patti became the medic that I am. I am an EMT1 certified cardiology tech. You have to be in this world. I'm like drop and roll. I go into my head. This is not okay. I'm calling in my guardian. Shut this down. This is not okay. This is not okay. Not spontaneous combust on my. I'm like shutting it down. The guy, we watched his shirt just poof off him. It was cotton. It should not have burned like a nylon or a thing. I'm watching the blistering on his back. I'm like, this is not okay. We're done. I've never stopped to shoot. We're done. But the cameraman, who was a super skeptic, he was so intrigued by spontaneously combusting like Spinal Tap. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. I have a sweater. His shirt burned off. I'll put the sweater on. I'm looking at the blistering on his back. I'm like, no. No, I can't. He'll please. I'm okay. I could do this. I knew the kid who caused it was no longer going to be trouble because he was in the corner and like not another. I talked to the spirit. I'm like, you can't do this. We're not even going to get rid of you. We just want to communicate. He promised he would be sort of good. But so we picked it up and we did it. But more craziest poltergeist stuff. glass. It came, nobody was in 15 feet, flew out of a cupboard across the room, shattered, tried to push that same cameraman off the cliff. I had to make him this little Mojo protection bag. But this
Right.
craziest stuff I have ever seen, and it's on film. But the happy ending to this whole crazy of why we're trained and why we do what we do
Exactly.
and why we work in the light and with spirit is
Right.
that 3 weeks later, the cameraman, who was a movie maker in his own right, he goes, Patti, look at my back. And I look where all that blistering was across his back, and it totally looked like he had went and got a tattoo of a dragon.
Wow.
Sharp teeth, winged head into the shape of a serpent.
Insane, Patti.
That is the exact energy I called in to shut down the seance. I work dragon energy.
I love that.
Beautiful dragons, Crossroads, the most magical, beautiful, fire-breathing beast. I am looking at his back and going, oh my God, you have a tramp stamp of a dragon on your That is the coolest I have ever seen.
That is like, I called that in.
He thought so too. He was so intrigued. He is no longer a skeptic. He literally, he wrote a movie basically about me, about this TV medium who does every TV show out there and doing yet another reality show. And then a portal opens. It's called The Portal. And then, all hell breaks loose. But he wrote it. Stephen Norrington, the guy who wrote League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and the Blade series, like kind of weird Hollywood royalty. They haven't done it yet. If they get around to doing it, Margot Robbie, will you play?
Come on, Margot girl.
Play me. But anyway, they haven't. But what I must say, and this is good for all of us who have podcasts and on YouTube and TV and everything, I sat down with him for 5 hours. And we're looking at his script going, I go, oh, Lauren, you can't have an actor say that on camera. He's like, but you said that. I go, I know I said that. That is a sound that shifts energy. It opens up a portal. You don't want to be one of those cursed horror films, do you? It happens all the time. Spirits, energy, good or bad, don't know the difference of an actor saying lines in the middle of a ritual as somebody really doing it. You don't want to be one of those cursed houses where, all the actors die at 27. It happens so often. And Hollywood is learning that. That's why they're using, they're bringing in consultants like me all the time. Okay, let's say a word that isn't going to open a portal to hell. It'll sound as spooky or as mysterious or as magical, but it won't cause something because everything goes through film. So if they do it, nobody's going to be hurt by being in it, working on it, or watching it. And it's funny too. So
it's crazy too, because there are some things that happen behind the scenes that don't make it to the film. And so these type of stories that you're sharing, some of these things that you experience as a medium, and you're holding space for it, and it's happening, that poltergeist of experiences, like you have to also anchor that power and hold space for the spirit to move, for the energy to shift. And I remember sitting there and I'm just like, did that just happen? Did that just happen? And the cameraman's still filming, so everything is still a go while all that energy is moving. It's pretty intense and powerful when you're in that. So, man, Patti, like, hats off to you, everyone that's in here that's listening to her. Thank you, my friend. Like, this is no joke. This is her holding in the light and the anchor for the energy to move, for the healing of the story to be told. And there's so much unfoldment of layers and layers that you're touching and you're going into, and the experience to say, this is what I feel, this is what is happening, that this is what I'm experiencing. It takes a real talent and to be really attuned to that frequency and energy to bring forward those evidence and to work with other team members. Like, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being a service. And, we got a lot of people in the house. We have Cheyenne. They're like, whoa, these stories. You got Helen Smith. I don't know if you could see the comments on the right side. But for those that are in here, have any questions for Patti, myself, like, you guys have an open floor. We're here for you. We're here about empowerment. We're here about, you're a woman of ritual, of also affirmations. And what I love when you talk about the affirmations of your health and to be healthy, because it's all about affirmations and putting it into the universe. And if you want to share a little bit about that, like to help make movement for us, and what is a great way for someone who's starting their journey, and they're wanting to work in this energy, but they're nervous, like what affirmation would you give them to stay in their power?
Okay, the first thing is look at fear differently. Not fear like somebody pointing a gun at you, but fear can freeze us in our tracks. Fear can make us not make that phone call, not ask for a raise, not tell somebody how we feel, whether to ourselves or not. Fear can make you catatonic. Or fear is $1 million industry that we are both in with the paranormal.
Right.
People will pay money to get scared, to ride a roller coaster, to watch ghost adventures, to watch scary movies. And because that same, like, I'm so scared and I'm going to ride the roller coaster, should be,
Right.
I am so scared and I'm going to come out of my comfort zone and I'm going to do this and make this happen.
Right.
And so that is what I've always been, I've been living a magical life since I could. When I was that same 7-year-old doing seances, was picking herbs in my little suburban backyard, stuffing them in my mom's wallet, knowing what would bring her money, even though she just thought it was dirt and weeds. Like, no, this is rosemary. This will bring you money. No, this is mint. But I've always hold on to my power. This is our realm. We have the power to do. But I found out when I was 15, my mom had taken a drug they gave to pregnant women in the 50s and 60s and early 70s under the false belief that it prevented miscarriages. But they knew from 55 that it didn't work before my mom ever took it. But it became the first big pharma drug. Take this, have a healthy baby, even though they knew it didn't work. But neither here nor there. They thought I was fine until I hit 15, and then all these female issues. Basically, I was 50 on the outside, menopausal woman who had never started a menstrual cycle, 9 on the inside, which started 15 years of surgeries and this and that. So by the time I was 30, and emotional, physical, spiritual, lupus, fibromyalgia, every autoimmune disease, all you guys have autoimmune diseases, you can get rid of them like that. It's balance. It's just balance. But anyways, so all my magical belief system, I became victim to this. So between 15 and 30, by the time I was 30, my doctor, who I had a great doctor, she goes, Patti, you've been so off with this hormonal and all this. You have a tumor in your head. It's causing blindness on your eye sockets. You have such severe osteoporosis. You have 5 fractures in your spine already. You have the bones of an 80-year-old at 30, and I was a dancer. And you have all that cancerous damage of all your female things and 20 times the chance of breast cancer at 30. And she's like, if you make it to 50, which you probably won't, but if you make it to 50, you're going to be in a wheelchair. And I just said, no, I'm not. I believe in magic. I'm a manifester. I'm affirmation. I'm a witch. Everything else I do in my life, I haven't been sick since I was 30, Debbie. I gave up getting sick. All that. I used to have to carry Medrol dose packs in case I swole up with it. I'm not even COVID. I don't get sick. So at 50, long time ago now, instead of being dead or in a wheelchair as promised, I'm like, I want to show myself and the world that whatever we believe in, we can do. I believe off that mind, body, spirit that 200,000 books are written on. In witchcraft, it's creation, working, dispatch. Same thing. You'll never surpass your thought pattern. You have to believe, whether it's love spell working or I'm going to be healthy. I can get rid of this cancer or whatever. My body, we have to take action. We have to get off the couch. Spirit, that's tangible, but that's the battery that makes it happen. That could be through faith. Go to church and pray. That could be from vision boards and affirmations. It could be spells and things. But you guys could all look at whatever you've accomplished in your life. You've believed you could do it and that you deserved it. That's a big one. You've gotten off the couch and taken action. And number 3, you've had some kind of faith or magic belief behind it.
Right.
But if you haven't quite done, 1 or 2 of those needs tweaking. Maybe you don't really believe it, or you can't see it, or you haven't taken the action. But so at 50, I'm like, I haven't got sick in 20 years. I live in the middle of Hollywood. I'm an entertainment girl from way back. I'm like, I'm going to do the world's hardest obstacle course, physical obstacle course.
I remember this. Yes.
So literally auditioned for WipeOut. That's the one with the big balls. I have pictures of it up over my head.
Yeah.
And I beat like 100,000 people using positive thinking, positive magic, positive craft, all positive. And then to do the hardest, scariest, most painful thing I've ever done, most empowering. And I beat people, most of them were half my age, and somebody who was supposed to be dead or in a wheelchair. And you had to go through physicals and psychological.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we can do whatever. And then I went, okay, I have to prove it's not, I did the physical. I have to prove this is not a fluke. What else can I prove to myself? And then anybody I work with, my clients, my students, that we still can, the sky's the limit. Our own limits are, well, what else can I do that I'm not good at? I'm like, okay, well, they won't let me in the kitchen. I can't cook. Me
either.
I can't cook. I'm going to cook for Gordon Ramsay. I'm going to get on Master Chef.
I remember that too.
Same thing. I beat way over 100,000 people. I use magical cooking about the energy you put into your food.
Yes.
Which way you stir, which way you do. You know, I totally played the witch card. Gordon Ramsay is afraid of ghosts. Just saying. But I've like, I beat 200,000 people who knew how to cook. I don't know what saute means. So the odds were like limitless. And then I go, okay, I did that. Again, that was the scariest wipeout, being in that Master Chef kitchen going, what am I doing? Okay, I embrace fear because I'm scared to death.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Embrace fear. And I'm like, okay, one more time. Okay, what am I again having absolutely no business doing, no right doing? I want to prove it's not something I'm good at. And I was watching America's Got Talent, and they showed right here at the Dolby. I'm like,
I remember.
I was a dancer. I can't do. I'm going to get on America's Got Talent. I'm going to use my manifestation, my craft to do. Yes, cooking is magic.
Yeah. That's lead with energy. She's a beautiful soul.
Lead cooking with energy.
Yeah, that's right. And Miss Raven Wolf is here too. So
hey, Raven, love you, my beautiful friend.
Yes, but it's true. You put a lot of steps forward to manifest and to create. We do it afraid. My family from the other side, I cook. You know, I just stopped cooking. So they always come in to help. Spirit comes in to help. And my grandmother, my mother was like, girl, you need to cook. Let's get you in the kitchen. And I love how you're creating the manifestation and bringing the energy into everything you're doing. Not just the food you eat, not just the way you're physically embodying spirit, because you're inviting them to be with you. I'm okay. I'm not going to be sick. My body is healthy. I'm not taking your diagnosis. Let me keep moving forward. But you still incorporated a doctor. You were realistic.
I did what the doctor said to do. Right. I walked. I did all the stuff. I went medicines and this and that. Nothing drastic. I guess you have to. It has to be mind, body, spirit. If there's good medicine to take, you take the good medicine. I do want to address Chrissy right there. She said, "I need no fear potion." It's not no fear. It's embrace the fear. Yes. It's very addicting in a good way. I mean, that's what people do, adventure travel and all that. But just remember that all the good stuff is the scary stuff. All the good stuff is the stuff that's outside of that comfort level, whether it is making a phone call or telling somebody how you feel or trying something that you're scared to do. It is the most satisfying office. So you don't have to look at it no fear. It is fear. It's getting excited by the fear.
I agree. I've done so many things scared. I'm like, okay, I'm in this. And my friend's like, well, spirit wouldn't put you in it if you weren't ready, Debbie. I'm like, okay, I'm here. And you said it right. You know, yes, you're doing this story, you're investigating, but you had to go through the desert. You had to go on a plane. You got to go through all the energies before you get there. And then on top of that, you got to drive through pigs in this middle of nothing. And you have to know direction. There's a lot of foundation work that has to be done before you even get to the story. And then your body as a medium, now you're like, okay, I'm attuning to spirit now. Let's go. And you're like, let me first wipe this dirt off from the desert that I felt, by the pigs and the cows and all that. Like, it's embracing it all.
Embracing it all. And I am always scared. I am scared every TV show I do. I am scared when I walk on a stage to do a mediumship gallery. I am scared when I sit around my dining room table to do a little tiny seance. Not scared but I just, because I so want to give my best. I so want to do this. So again, embrace it. It's like, I'm so scared. Yes. And there is always a moment of, why am I doing this? Because I like it. Okay.
Let's go. And then when you're done, you're like, yeah, right on. Like, that was so cool. And the energy does uplift us. And so let's see what other questions here that we have. Oh, Miss Kelly Brickle, we got a little. Let me see if I can take this person out here really quick. Miss Kelly Brickle, we can watch there. Let's see. She says she loves that. Anybody have questions for Miss Patti Nagari? I hope I'm Negri. I knew I was gonna do that. I knew it.
It's okay. I've been called worse, but I for my entire life, my birthday, Negri, I've always gone rhymes with nothing.
Okay, let's see. So people either they're drawn for a reading, or if anybody has any questions specifically, Paula's asking, do you see me heading in the right direction? Paula Marie Munoz. We're always we're never, in my sense, we're never in the wrong. Everything's a lesson, everything's an experience, so we're never in the wrong direction. So, Miss, what would your response be to something like that?
What I'm saying is, Paula, go in the direction that you want, and trust that intuition. That's what, again, this is about. We've been by rote for so long, doing what we were supposed to do, this, and forgot that intuition. Trust your intuition and go where you're being drawn. Yes, you're going in the right direction, but it doesn't have to be a straight line.
Right.
Everybody thinks, I say this often lately, we don't have to be on the interstate highway going like straight like this. We could take the scenic route sometime. Right. And you can look at how many careers I've had. I've taken the scenic route, and it's just everyone added to everyone. Not this got in the way of that and then the way of this. It's that expansion, which is what we need to do now. So yes, carry on and follow your passion.
It's so true. I think because we do manifest and because we do put our intentions out there, some people think, is there more to do to get to right where I want to be? I want to be in that manifestation. I want to be in the moment. I want to experience it. And sometimes what we forget, the destination and all the experience that come with it, you're in it. And it's all leading you to the path of where you want to go. It's building your energy up to get you to that place. So for sure, we're always in the right place.
Right. You're not a curb driver. I want to read Paula. She said, I'm a curb driver. You're not a curb driver. That means you go up on the curb. I do that way too. You're a curb driver. Me too.
Yeah. I love that. I'm the girl that would be up the curve. I'm the girl that went up with the tire and hit this, went up the sidewalk. I was like, oops, did I do that? It's true. Lisa's saying trusting your intuition is everything. Absolutely. Yeah. I know that Nancy was asking for us to touch more on fear. So there was Nancy here. She was saying, can you talk more on overcoming fear? So it's doing it afraid, right? Is there a mantra that you would say or you can give that you would suggest for someone?
I do a lot with balance because I think that the whole world is out of balance. That's why I came up with my 30-second. Wait, that's my emotions. That's out of balance. That's my water element. Run your hands underwater. Oh, wait, that's my air element. I'm not thinking straight. I'm foggy. That's my air element. Do some deep breathing. Oh, wait, I'm not feeling grounded. That's my earth element. Hug a tree or grab something wood. Oh, wait, that's my fire. There's too much. I'm angry. There's too little. I'm lethargic. If you can't dance around a bonfire, do some sound, some serpent breathing and things like that. Right. So when you get more balanced, because when you're too much of anything, it doesn't. So try to keep the balance. And then again, it's when you feel the fear, you have that choice right then and there to let it stop you or freeze you or jump in. It's like jump in the pool. Jump in the pool. And every time you do it, you're going to go, oh my God, number one, I survived. Number two, the world didn't stop rotating. Number three, this was kind of great. And number four, look at the results I got. And even if you fail, because sometimes you jump in the pool and wait, there's no water, that's okay too. Again, every self-motivation book out there, it's like you fall down, you get up, you fall down, you get up, but you just keep running. Right. And fear, it causes this adrenaline thing that you could use to direct and create and do magic with that fear.
Exactly. Yes. There's magic in all this energy that's amplified, right? So how will you use that for a benefit? I love that you say that. And I think we underestimate what comes to the surface. There's energy in all of that and making it into a positive flow. I mean, definitely, absolutely love it. She's saying this is helpful. Thank you. Thank you guys for holding space. Thank you for being here. And I absolutely love this conversation. And you see, women can do it, y'all. we're doing in the boys club, but we're still doing it. And Miss Patti be holding space in a beautiful way, right? So it's amazing. I don't understand my spiritual path, because when somebody asks me something, I can't answer them. But if I hear somebody just saying something, then I can get a message. And that's, why is that, do you think? So it's almost like how you have to pause and you are tuning your energy to it. What would you say, Miss Patti, to this question here?
I would say it probably sounds like a trust thing. I talk a lot left brain, right brain. Left, logical. 1 + 1 = 2. We need that logical brain. That's how we get to work, stop at red light. The right is that intuitive, spiritual, creative, artist side. We have to trust that. So spiritual path, ask you something, you throw that over to your left brain and then try to analyze it. Therefore, you're throwing it down a rabbit hole. Just trust what comes out. Just trust what comes out. And then use your brain to like decipher it a little bit, not like the spies are green and whatever. I think it's just trust. And, if you need to do it in baby steps, do it in baby steps. You need to do it all in once.
I agree. Get a circle. Find some people you could practice with. Really, Patti has her magic class. You can jump in one of her circles, her teachings, her courses that she offers, the Paraflix. Yeah.
Crazy. Raven here's here. She's one of our teachers. And works at the school. She's a beautiful teacher. We teach mediumship, psychic development, spell casting, again, astrology, Reiki, everything down the line, familiar work. And it's crazy cheap, $20 or less if you do more.
Right. I remember. And Raven's in here too. So you guys follow Patti's website. You can follow her as her website is being given. You'll be able to go into her website, see the courses, see what she's doing, where she's at. I mean, constantly. She's got 31 visits in the year already put out on her website. I was like, good luck, girl. You go ahead with your bad self. Like, yes.
But I'm home in July. Yay.
So, as Liz says, she's loving this. I'm loving this. And it's important when we're coming together to hold space to answer questions, right? Do you feel are you guided now? Let's go in and see if anybody wants some readings. Let's see who's open. Let's see first who's here, because people will be popping in and out. Let's give some hellos. Also, shout out to Find Me a Medium, Things Network, Sacred Spiral, and Derek Akora's page, and to each and every one of you for showing up every Wednesday to listen and tune in to our special guests that we have. So we have Jennifer open, Raven saying, I love working at the University Magic with Patti. She's awesome, you guys. You got to definitely follow her. And I'm going to let you, Patti, when you say you're open now, open to what question, or Patti, if you feel drawn to say something specific to someone, I'm going to follow your lead here.
Okay. What on these quickie little readings, like right now, somebody just being open is way too open for me. That's
right. I was thinking that.
If you say, I would like something about career or something about love, or I want to talk to my grandpa Bob. If you make it a little that we could just go in one door, otherwise.
Got it. So now that you guys heard her, let's say specifically career, love, marriage, family in heaven, spirit world, paranormal question, what devices to use. You have Erica Neva saying career, please.
Career, please. Hi, Erica. Okay. You have to, what I'm seeing about you is you don't have blocks in your path. You just don't see things big enough. You don't see things clear enough. Like I said, you have to smell it, taste it, and see it and create it. You're very visual, I'm getting. And so you need to visually see what you want that path to look like, how far you want to go with it. And again, my thing now is about passion, trusting your intuition and following your passion in whatever you're doing. But I just get more than anything that you need a clear vision, and you need to a little more faith that you can have that, you can get there. I don't know. What do you get, Debbie?
I get be more direct with your intent. What do you want? What do you want? And I know her. So I know that she's very open. I know she's very gifted, and you're right. She's very clairvoyant. So she's very visual. So you were on point when I was like, oh yeah, girl. And so what I got was, your baby's dad in spirit was coming in to help you. So he's been directing you, and I feel like you communicate with him. And I just feel like he's like, go for the goal. It's almost like you're almost there. Like, you know how when we're racing and they give you that little golden ribbon to run through, it's like, girl, break the tape and get through it. I feel like December last year, they gave me an intent here, like you made an intention to change things, to be more visual, to be seen. And so trust that you want to be seen. You're ready to do the work. You're ready to be acknowledged. So I say, keep going is what I get for her.
Yeah,
I love
100%. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
I'll let you pick the next one, Patti.
Okay, let's see. Okay. That goes so fast with my little funny eyes.
She's like, yes. They do go fast. We're about 40 something people in here, so you guys be patient with us.
Okay, let's look at Alexandra Fry. Should I trust the opportunity presented to me or avoid it and move on? Let's look at the opportunity presented to you. Number one, my first answer is, or anything that either of us say is, you probably know the answer inside of you. What I'm getting is that the opportunity does have some really good aspects to it, but there's something that's not right. It definitely needs adjusting, if that makes sense, or redesigning by you. I get that there is true opportunity there, but something smells funny in Denmark, if that makes sense. So you've got to do your homework. It's not ready for what it is. You have to orchestrate it better yourself. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? What are you getting?
You know what I'm getting is that there's a lot of healing still to be done. Trust, I heard immediately, yes, trust what you're getting. As Patti says, you have to go within and feel within how that feels for you. But I feel that your energies stand back. So which means is that you stepped away from the situation. So your energy is pulling from it, which is not allowing it to take its course. So if you're taking a step back because it made you nervous, as Patti said, something is not funny. Something is funny in Denmark. So you were able to feel into something here that didn't feel right. I got healing. Let it heal. If you're working with the color green, if you're doing candles, light a green candle. If you're wanting to make an affirmation, ask spirit to bring it to you clearer. In my mind, I want to see this, I'm going to feel it, and I'm going to know exactly how to move forward with this. So now make the intent to change what you're feeling into in a different way so it can come to you in another way is what I'm getting. So Patti, spot on, Patti.
Perfect. You too, spot on. Somebody just, how could I wanna, but how could I keep getting messages from spirit? Ask.
Yes.
Listen, take the time to calm, get out of the chatter. I have a technique I call dream school, which is, it's in my book, Old World Magic, but it's literally putting a glass of water by the side of your bed. We know water is magic. All what science is doing with it changes the molecular structure, words and love, but we are 60-70% water. Putting a glass of water by the bed and charging it with, I want to get messages from spirit. I want to talk to my guides, or what is the meaning of life, or what outfit should I wear? You will get it in dream time or in just downloads, because what it is you're giving the universe, God, spirit permission to download you while you're asleep. And that chatty, judgmental, logical left brain isn't in the way. That's it. And then you wake up in the morning, write it down really quick, whatever that is. It's a way you will keep getting messages, and then you'll get used to it and start trusting it better. Dream School. I have videos on it too. It's in my book too.
Yeah, you have two books. You have your
my original one, that bestseller, 5 Countries, Old World Magic. This is a super easy book. You could read it really fast. I spent more time unwriting it. And it's literally like life hacks. Like, you don't have time for an hour to meditate. Here's 30-second exercise. Like I was talking before, run your hands underwater. Basic spell casting, basic everything. Why you put salt in your bathroom? Goofy things like that are super life hacks. This I would recommend to advanced people and beginners. My new book out, which is a collaboration book, Women Gone Wild, Intuition.
Woo! Congratulations. That's what's up.
Amazing women from all over the world. I'm just one chapter. It's 20 of us with one chapter. We just did a big book launch in New York. We just did a big book launch in Los Angeles. I mean, it's medical doctors. It's all women, but our experience of intuition, this is the most, they're calling it the chicken soup of the soul for intuition. It's what the world needs. And when whatever your belief system. So this one you could buy everywhere: Target, Barnes and Noble, online, Amazon. Women Gone Wild, Intuition. There's a money thing that I'm not. Their last book was money. This one's intuition. But again, to me, that's what's about trusting.
Right. Definitely trust. And
I just turned it. I have a new book, but not out for a while. I just finished a book, turning in last drop, on haunted dolls, because Belle made me write it. And magical puppets, because as a magical practitioner, we work with puppets and magical little dolls. So it's going to be the two sides, the paranormal side of the care and feeding of haunted dolls, and then magical puppets used for health and magic and wellness. Yeah.
I love that. And you know, I want to go back as you say that. Raven here, Lead with Energy, wanted to know, do you have a good mojo bag that you can give for those that are listening for good luck? What would you suggest as a good mojo bag for us to work with? I know there's so many comments, they come in hot, but that one stood out to me as you talked about all the good stuff that you're creating.
Right. Something just fell down my back. Aha! Wow. Well, stop it. Stay. Sorry. Something at me. For luck, I like to put talismans in things.
Yes. Spirit is calling.
Spirit is calling. And this is the one that it's my old landline. It's completely haunted. It says muted right there, and it says silenced right there.
I love it.
And I'm gonna hang up on it. Okay.
So the first, I
like to combine a little bit of everything. I think for luck, I feel a little Irishy for that. I'm not that I'm Irish, so do something with green. If you can find yourself a 4-leaf clover, put yourself a 4-leaf clover. If you can't find yourself a clover or a 3-leaf, do a little drawing of a clover. Do like a lucky horse show. Do some if that relates to you. You have to with what relates to you and your cosmology belief system. I would put in all sorts of fresh, beautiful herbs and things that just make me feel lucky and stepping into it. I would use some stones that have some high vibration to them, that because luck is an energetic thing.
Right.
On every day of the day, I would use something different, because I would also look into the moon cycle of things. But more than anything else, work with what luck means to you.
Amen
if
to
rose
that.
quartz means rose to you, great. If rose quartz doesn't mean lucky, well, this has always been lucky for me before. It could, anything that it is, we're creating what that is. Put your breath into it. Whatever's in your mojo bag, whatever felt or old scarves you're making it from, or again, little magical pockets. Remember to put your intention, your breath. When you breathe into something, that is your life force. That is your no matter what's in them. Maybe you want a little fiery stuff, put a little cinnamon into it. There's a lot of stuff in your kitchen cupboard. Basil is good. Rosemary I put because that enhances everything. I'm a big dragon's blood because that increases everything. But I consider it for 3 days. But just what does feel lucky to you? That is the best thing to put in it.
I agree. You know, her mother in spirit was, I know Raven, her mother in spirit was stepping down and they were showing me a tree specifically where your nephew plays by. They're showing me leaves. And so I saw the dirt and it's like, get the little bit of the earth, you know, keep you grounded, use the leaves. So you're grounding in that luck. So don't forget to ground in all that intent of goodness, because you just had us up there with the fairies and all the mystical energy of magic. And then it's like, let's also keep that in that earth supported. So that's what I was getting for you, Raven. Beautiful job, Miss Patti. I love the herbs. I love the medicine, crystals. My mother used to carry a 4-leaf clover, and she would carry it. And I know when she passed, I got all her little things that, you know, we all hold on to things that have special meanings for us. And so you said it perfectly. What calls your spirit? What is your spirit being drawn to? Talismans, you know, like what ignites that feel good feeling, right?
Yeah, right. And I do want to comment, Liz going Lucky Peak Panty Undies. Change your underwear, change your life. I have a line of Patty's Power Panties, and we have luck panties.
I saw that.
We have power, we have health, we have wealth, we have passion, we have dragon. They have sigils on them because I work with a lot of sigils. So I will put sigils on things like, here's your lucky horseshoe, or spare sigils. But panties, I've been doing this with movie stars for 20 years. Like, wear this color blue panties, or wear this color green. Picture this sigil, picture this word. And now with print on demand, if you go to my website, everybody, for the least expensive part of your wardrobe, you could have luck panties, power panties, intuition panties. And if you use the code Patti, you get 25% off. Again,
I love this. I absolutely love this, because you're showing them how to use magic with everything that we use.
Every time you put them on, every time you go to the little ladies' room, you're reminding yourself you have this magic. We have men's styles, women's styles, high tops, yoga pants.
Yeah. Patti, again, what's your website, Miss Patti?
PattiNegri.com. And from there, you can get to my YouTube, and which I have 1,000 videos on. You can get to my Instagram, Patti.Negri. You can get to my my various Facebook, the hackers are gone, but I don't have access. So Patti Negri Psychic Medium, or my new Patti Negri Official, I just started 2 days ago. My cat was able to open up a new Facebook.
Spirit.
On mute.
It's okay. It's all good. I love it when spirit calls. I absolutely love it. Well, I really definitely appreciate you spending your time here on Transcend with Debbie. It is an honor and a privilege to have you hold space for the community and sharing your paranormal experience, your empowerment, the women empowerment, and just bringing forward that good luck, that happy joy, and a light. You really do embody it. Thank you so kindly for being here. Y'all hold on. Miss Patty's going to step away. She's got another show to do. So we say thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for what you do, Debbie. You are bringing the light. You are bringing this awareness. You are bringing this magic.
Thank you,
So
my friend.
it's an honor for me to be on it with you and your magic. So thank you.
I adore you. Thank you so kindly, everybody. Say goodbye to Miss Patty. I'm going to still be here. We appreciate your time. Take care, love.
Bye.
Bye.
I get my website, my podcast. Bye.
Yes, she took time to miss her podcast to be here. Like, how awesome was that? I absolutely loved it. So she has a show at 12, and she was able to move so she could be here for each and every one of you. So shout out to Derek Akora's page. Shout out to Things Network. Find me a medium, and Sacred Spiral, my girl, Kelly Brickle. Thank you for managing everything. And I'm still going to be here for you guys. Like, my energy is just like vibrating. How are you guys doing? Are you like vibrating? Is your energy like fire? Oh my God, it was amazing, right, Cheyenne? Amazing. And so, like, as I say this, I just want to say thank you guys for showing up, for the guests, because each guest takes time out of their busy day. They take time out of their schedule to share their knowledge, to share their love, right? And we do this every week for you guys and for Spirit. So as you have me, as we're going to sit here for maybe the next 10, 15 minutes, any questions for me, and I'm just going to kind of see where I'm guided to any specific questions as well for you guys. I'm going to put my fancy glasses on here. Hi, Casey. Shout out to you, Debbie. I'll take it, Miss Erica. Fire vibes, right? Eva, she is fire. Like, my energy was just like, whoa, it was insane. She is the best. Miss Kelly was tricking us. Yes, she is the best. I mean, and Raven Wolf, I met Raven as well, and she works with Patty. You're going to find some amazing guests popping in here that are just going to continue to hold space for you guys. Hi, Laura Love. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead. Let's see where I'm going and see if anybody has any specific questions for me as well. So we'll keep this message going. The message is flowing, and let's go. Will I ever be able to move on? Amanda, yes, we always do. Every day is a different day, right? So our thoughts create change daily, second, minutes. So yes, babe, we are moving and we are creating the shifts that we want with our thinking. As Patty says, it's all within the mind, right? Our mind creates that movement. It creates the change. So yes, babe, we're always moving. Maybe we're not moving in the direction we would like, but I want to give you the word hope, and I want to give you the word love, and I want to give you understanding. So sometimes we don't understand things and why they're happening. But if we can stay in that power and clarity, we can invite Spirit closer to bring that message next. So it's like, it's unfolding an onion, right? So you get the one layer and you're like, okay, I feel this. Then you're getting the next layer and you feel this. So sometimes you're just getting the piece of the story, not the entire story. So ask for the next message to come in to show you if this would make sense. Thank you so much. Keeping the vibe high. Exactly, Rachel. It's so cool. Stay or let go. I feel like letting go is always important, Laura. So I feel like your heart let go stands out to me the strongest. But I feel like this is in reference to relationship. I feel like this is in reference to people. And I just feel like when we're letting go, doesn't mean, and this is beautiful right here. This is what Spirit's making me feel into the beauty of this, is that when we let go, we think we're really letting go of the person. Sometimes we're letting go so new things can unfold. So we're letting go of what has already happened, but we're also allowing the new energy to come in, which can shift the person or can shift the energy. So when people are saying we're cutting cords, doesn't mean necessarily that you're cutting cords, you want nothing to do with them. It means that you're letting go of the energy. Something more beautiful can go into transformation for you, if this would make sense. So great question, Laura. I hope that makes sense. Your guys' energy is fire. Will I be able to get back to a stable of my mother's house? My brother tried to steal it. I feel like, Lisa, when I tap into that, I feel like you let go of that a couple years ago. I feel like you made a decision about 3 or 4 years ago to say, you know what, I'm not going to argue with this. I'm just going to let it be. So it's like if your mom were to come in and she's like, there was jewelry, there was things that you really wanted, and you went through a grieving stage already with it. And it's like, why bring up that past? Continue your journey forward, right? And give yourself an opportunity to just allow the healing to naturally transpire. I know that you're concerned for another sibling here, and I know that you're trying to bring balance for everybody. So trust the process. I say there's a gentleman that either legally you're going to be working with, and I feel a lot of gold energy around that. Yes, but now he passed. God bless you. Well, there is a man that's coming in that's going to help you with this. So I know that your brother passed, but I know that you also have another sibling. Yes, is this correct? Because they're making me feel like you're trying to bring balance. I feel like you're trying to bring balance within the family. And so there is a man who's handling the legal matters that is going to makes me feel like, yes, you're going to have it resolved. I hope that helps. Yes. Thank you. So I want to leave you with that. Okay. Could I have a reading, please? Let's see who else is still here. Getting my own apartment this year. Is it Natalie? Have a reading. Will I be getting my own apartment? It feels a lot of doubt. I feel your doubt, babe. And so, if we're tapping back into what Patti says, believe that it's going to happen, right? Believe that it's going to happen. So awesome. I love that. And so when I feel into this essence of your energy, there's a lot of doubt. And so this is where you're going to go back into your power. You're going to feel into your emotions. What is your emotions saying to you? And ground your energy. Really, really let the light and love of spirit guide you. I feel like you are talking, you're expressing. I feel like you're writing things down. You're working through your budget, but there's some education or schooling or something here that you're wanting to do. So you're also looking at your finances in a way that may be difficult to have your own space, if this would make sense, love. And that's what I'm getting for you. Let's see here. Open for, or did I make the right choice? Okay. Casey, did I make the right choice? Was I really at risk? I don't know what you mean by really at risk. Right choice. I feel like you let go of something. I feel like you moved on from something, whether this was work or whether this was a place of living. And I feel like bringing healing around family, bringing healing around relationships. Yes, thank you, Nettie. Thank you. That is what I'm getting for you, love. And so if for whatever reason your spirit felt the need to make that shift, you have to trust your intuition. So I definitely feel you followed your guidance. I feel you had a grandmother in spirit who was guiding you. I feel this is on dad's side, who was actually nudging you to make the shifts and to create the adjustments. And so I got to say, spirit and spirit world had your back when that happened. Job or love relationship. Hi, Sam. Thank you for being here. Hi, Isabel. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see where else. Any clarity on a situation going on with them at the minute? Do you have more on what situation, love? Jennifer McCormick, what situation, babe? So Julie here, spirit. I have a father in spirit who's stepping forward, who makes me feel like I'm going to my chest. I feel like I have breathing issues. I feel like I fell. I feel like I'm losing oxygen here at some point. Julie, would you understand this? Because you welcome, Casey, because this is what's coming to my awareness immediately. I know you're saying dad, granddad, but I definitely feel this guy was a hard worker, loved his truck. I feel like, I look at my hands. I definitely have rough hands here. There's a connection to a Steve or a Steven as well. So whether this is someone who's living, I definitely feel I have to acknowledge that name. I don't know if you know, I wanted to say Nick or Nathan. So also that name is also coming. Yes, I do. He did fall. God bless you. And so he's coming in immediately for you. He's like celebrating you, keeping you uplifted. And I feel like you've made some positive changes in your life. And he's like, keep going. Don't give up. So that is the message I get for you, sweetheart. Butterflies are a way symbolically in the way spirit comes to you as well. And so please trust that and just know that they're showing me that you have their things. Like, sometimes we have things and we line them up, but I feel like you also have things lined up as well. And I just got to say, the way you keep their life in memory, the way you keep them going, uplifted, like they're so grateful for you honoring them still. Something needs to be fixed in your house. All of a sudden I'm seeing like the nuts and the screws, and I'm like in there pulling out things. And so they're acknowledging this need to have like a handyman, and they're acknowledging this handyman, contractor, house repairs. So I don't know if you're having home repairs, but this is the energy that they're bringing forward for you, Julie, if you would understand this. And I just feel like, girl, like, let's have some fun. Like, yes, let's have some fun. It's like this father-daughter dance. I feel like, you know, there's this energy, this essence that steps forward, and they make me feel a lot of colors that come forward when you see their essence. So I have to acknowledge the colors as well. So yes, my love, I get that for you. They're very much present for you. So I say thank you. I'm going to leave him with his love. He says, don't give up, keep going. So that's the message I get. And you're not alone. Yes, so true. God bless you. Thank you so much. And then I know, see, obviously Spirit's still going to come through because they're taking me to like TV and videos and shows, and you're replaying their shows and the videos, and they love that for you. Okay, so Jennifer, I have been getting lots of downloads lately, but they are confusing. Not sure how to connect deeper to make more sense. Hoping my guides to have something to help me clear this up. We either can get information so quick, or we're not understanding what they're saying, right? This is where you either book a session with a medium or a psychic to say, okay, what is it that they're trying to tell me? I know that you are so open and you're going from mediums and you're getting the energy here. So it's going to rev us up. We're in the power all the time. So we're constantly getting the downloads. We're constantly in the energy, and things are constantly moving. So this is where we would ground our energy. Allow our energy to fill into that earth, because everything from the different planes need to be present in this energy within the earth, right? And so if you're bringing that forward, it keeps you has more of a solid foundation. You're more balanced. You're also able to have all the chakras lined up, and everything can flow in a beautiful, harmonious way. When our mind is connecting to the spirits, if you're speaking of spirit to spirit, you're going to also want to do, we want to make sure our thoughts, our energy is in a clear thinking. So we don't want to have that polluted channel, right? So this is where we would go in for a Reiki session, or you get some energy work, or you can do the violet flame within the mind and allow to burn the residue and the debris through your channel, and purifying the energy around you, so that when you actually make an intent for them to come back with the information, you have a clearer channel and the clearer energy flow. So thank you so much, Jennifer. I hope this makes sense. I say, I leave you with so much love. I've read for you before. You have the gentleman in spirit here, who's your loved one. You have, and he loves your car again. He loves the fast car. And I feel like you also have your, I feel like mom. I want to go to mom, big hats, like, you know, sitting out there having the wine. I hear the song sitting in the dock of the bay, right? So taking a leap of faith these past few months, and been dealing with connecting through sleep. So when we go to sleep, I had a friend who was my shamanic practitioner, and you give an intent on how to connect to spirit when you sleep. So it's like, okay, you have your journal book, you're putting your journal book right next to you, but also too, having this information next to you to say, have a ritual, invite them, put an intent. I want you to come to me in my sleep, but work with one person at a time so you're not bombarded, okay? So I leave you with their love. Thank you all for holding space. Thank you for being here and just listening to Patti Negri. Those for who shared, thank you for the hearts. Don't forget to follow Find Me a Medium, Derek Okori's page, Things Network, and Sacred Spiral. We're all doing our part to hold space for spirit and community. I heart you all. I wish you nothing but love. And I love this. This is a new saying, as Erica, if she's in here. Walter McArdle was an astrologist in our Latino culture. So I leave you with lots of love and lots of peace, which he says, mucho paz y amor. Take care and God bless.